Okay, so here we are at our endangered versus invasive species project, and we're going to start with the endangered species part of the project. So here is our direction slide. The first direction says to go to this website. So I'm going to click on the link and go right there. And I'm actually going to bring it into a separate window so that I can use it to help me while I am completing this project. So I'm going to have both screens up at the same time. So I'm at the website. Then it tells me scroll down to where it says endangered species of our planet. So here's the website, and I'm going to scroll down until I see endangered species of our planet. And here it is, endangered species of our planet. Underneath that, you're going to see all of the continents. You're going to choose any continent. I will choose Africa. You are going to pick 2 species from that continent. So make sure that this one is clicked. You want ones with profiles available. And then you can choose any 2 species that you want. So I'm going to choose the African elephant because I really like elephants. So the African elephant is going to be the first species that I am focusing my project on. Here has a picture, gives us 2 pictures actually, tells me where it is endangered, which is Africa. This tells me that it's been endangered since 2008. So what I need for this animal is to include the continent that it's from, which we know is Africa. I'm going to need a picture of it. I need to find the species habitat. Habitat is where it lives, what the environment is like where it lives, and why it's endangered. So if I go to the next slide, I already decided that I'm going to be focusing my 2 species in Africa. So anywhere you see these 2 little asterisks, these 2 little stars, that means you need to fill something in here. So the continent that I chose is Africa. That's what I'm going to write there. Then if I go to the next slide, I'm going to see these are all places. All of these places with asterisks is where I need to type something in. So my species name is the African elephant. Then I'm going to need to insert a picture of the species. So I can take this picture maybe, or I can find one on the web on my own, and I'll do that. Then I need to figure out the habitat, so where the species lives. So I'm going to have to read a bit to figure out where it lives. You're going to have to click more probably to see more about it. But if you keep scrolling down, you're going to see that most of them will say distribution and habitat. So that's exactly where you're going to find the information. All you need is 3 bullet points. So I see that they are distributed in sub-Saharan Africa. They inhabit scrubland and arid, which means dry regions, also tropical rainforests, and subwoodlands. So that's what I can write there. I can say sub-Saharan, arid regions, tropical rainforests, and woodlands. If you don't know what any of these words mean, you can click on them. You see that they are clickable, and that'll help you understand more about it. Then the next thing that I need is causes of endangerment. So I'm going to keep scrolling down, and if I keep scrolling down, I'll find where it says threats. Now, the elephants have quite a lot of threats. This is a lot of paragraphs. So I'm going to read through it and pick 3 key points that are why it's threatened, why it's endangered. I can see decrease of suitable habitat. So that would be 1. My first key point is going to be habitat destruction. If I keep reading, it says that African elephants were hunted for the ivory trade. So they were hunted for their ivory. And then if I keep reading, I can see that here it says conflicts between elephants and growing human population, and no, that doesn't mean that humans and elephants are literally fighting, but it more so means that where humans want to be is where elephants normally roam. And so if I have a fence in my backyard and an elephant steps over it and steps on all the vegetables that I planted in my backyard, I have a conflict with the elephant. So I'm going to say human elephant conflict. So it's easy as that. So those are the 3 key points for endangerment. I have 3 key points for habitat. I have my name, and then the last thing that I'm going to need is a picture of the African elephant. So I can either take this picture, or I can Google one, so African elephant. Or another way that I can do it is if I go onto my Google slide and I go to insert, and then I go to image and go to search the web, I can type in African elephant and an image pops up right there. Insert, and then I can fit it right into here. And then I have 1 slide done. And then you need to do that for 2 species from the continent that you chose. So to do my second species, all I would have to do is click the back button from the page that I was on, and then I can pick any of these other endangered species from Africa. Make sure that you're picking 2 species from the same continent. So do not pick 1 species from Africa and then 1 from Europe. You want to make sure that they're in the same continent. So you can pick any of these ones and complete another slide. So scroll down to another slide and complete it for your next species of choice.